From the Oklahoman newsroom, this is an OSU update. I'm Jenny Carlson here with Kyle Fredrickson. Kyle, the NFL Draft Combine gets underway this week. Wednesday is the official start with some media interviews, and then on-field work will begin on Friday. But a guy that will be going, and we assume has quite a bit to prove, is Jimmy Bean, the Oklahoma State defensive end who was injured midway through this last season, had been having really another productive and a long line of solid productive years. But what does Jimmy Bean need to show at the Draft Combine?
He needs to show he's healthy. I mean, we're talking about a guy who suffered a season-ending injury about mid-season and told me, right around the Sugar Bowl that he didn't expect to even be jogging, at full strength until about the end of January. Wow. So not a whole lot of time for him to really get in shape and get ready. But if he's invited to the Combine and if he's, accepted that invitation, you got to figure he's healthy enough to participate in a lot of these drills because you're right. Here's a guy who had a great career at OSU. 34 consecutive starts. He had his best season ever this year before he got hurt with 5.5 sacks, alongside Agba, kind of as that 1-2 combination. So it's a bummer for him that we didn't really get to see how he could really develop over an entire season. But as a guy, who made so many consecutive starts, really kind of built himself, into a pretty perennial pass rusher in the Big 12, it'll be a good opportunity for scouts to see, what he measures out at. He's a guy who's going to use his length, I think, more than anything to his advantage with those really long arms. Even Emmanuel Agba said he was jealous of his arms and talking to him during the season. That's going to be something that Bean's going to have an advantage on of a lot of these defensive ends. Now, is it going to land him a pick in the draft? It's hard to say, but if anything, this might give other teams a chance to see what he has as a possible free agent pickup.
Right, and we mentioned, stuff starts on Wednesday. He'll be doing media interviews with the rest of the defensive linemen on Friday, then working out on the field on Sunday. But Kyle, like you say, the fact that he gets a Draft Combine invite has to indicate that teams are at least intrigued enough by him that they want to take another look at him.
Right. I don't think it's very often that you see a guy who really doesn't have a breakout year till his last year and then it get cut short to have this opportunity. And it showcases, how much promise he has just based on his frame and some of the quickness and some of the things we saw out of Jimmy Bean. So, I'm sure he's thrilled with the opportunity because when you suffer an injury like that, I'm sure the first thing that runs through your head is, man, is this over for me?
Right.
But obviously, it's not for Bean at this point. And if he is healthy enough to participate in all these drills, who knows? I think he could really surprise some people.
All right, thanks, Kyle. Be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoma.